Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and for today's rules recipe, we're going to be looking at the game Silver and Gold. The ingredients that make up Silver and Gold are a rule book, 4 different player markers, along with the scorecards for each player, then a round card, and lastly, tons of treasure cards. To set up Silver and Gold, you'll give each player a marker and a scorecard which they should place face up in front of them. Then you'll shuffle the treasure cards and deal 4 to each player. They will take a look at all these cards and decide which 2 they want to keep. They will place those 2 in front of them, and then they will put the others back in the deck. The remaining treasure cards are now shuffled again and placed face down in the middle of the table, creating a deck of treasure cards. Then you'll take the top 4 cards from the top of the treasure deck and flip them face up. Next, you'll take the 8 expedition cards and shuffle those as well, and then pick one at random at the beginning of each round to put aside. It will not be used during this round. After putting the deck of 7 expedition cards down in the middle of the table, you will also lastly place the round card there as well. Whoever last searched for buried treasure will be selected as the start player and will begin the game. Then to play the game of Silver and Gold, you'll have 4 rounds. Each round consists of 7 turns. On each turn, there are 3 steps. Once all 7 turns are completed, the round ends, and at the end of 4 rounds, the game will end. In step 1, you will reveal an expedition card. The first player reveals the top expedition card on the deck and places it face up next to the deck so it is clearly visible to everyone at the table. Step 2, crossing off boxes. All players cross off boxes on any one of their 2 treasure cards according to the pattern on the revealed expedition card. The shape may be flipped, mirrored, or rotated, but otherwise it must be kept completely unchanged and complete. Each treasure card box may be crossed off by the player exactly once, never several times. Something to note is that if a player cannot or does not want to use the revealed expedition card's pattern, they can instead cross off any single box on either of their 2 incomplete treasure cards. You must cross off a box in each round. If a player crosses off a box with an X symbol, they have to immediately cross off another empty box anywhere on any of their 2 incomplete treasure cards. If this is an X symbol again, they cross off another empty box. If a player crosses off a box with a coin symbol, they cross off the next empty box on their scorecard, starting with the left box in the top row. The scorecard's boxes are crossed off from left to right. Once the first row is complete, you move to the second row, starting on the left again. The maximum has been reached once all 12 boxes in the 3 rows are complete. Any other crossed off coin symbols do not earn the player any more points and are forfeited. If a player crosses off a box with a palm tree symbol, they will immediately get points for this. They receive 1 point for the crossed off palm tree and 1 point for each palm tree, which can be seen on the 4 displayed treasure cards at this time. You will then go to step 3 of the round, which is looking to see if anyone has completed a row of coins or completed a treasure card. This will start with the first player and go around clockwise. If a player has crossed off all 4 coin boxes in a row on their scorecard, they then cross out the trophy on the round card that shows the highest number at the moment. Then they enter this number as points in the cup for the completed row of coins on their scorecard. If all 6 trophies on the trophy card are crossed off, there are not any more trophy points. If a player has completed a treasure card, they will place it to the side face up next to them. It will remain there visible to all players until the end of the game. This player then takes a new treasure card as a replacement from any of the 4 displayed treasure cards or the face-down card on the top of the deck of treasure cards. If the player has completed 2 treasure cards, then they will take 2 treasure cards in the same way. However, the displayed cards are only refilled to 4 cards at the end of the player's actions by revealing the corresponding number of cards from the deck. In the rare case that the deck of treasure cards is used up, the game continues as normal, but the displayed cards are no longer refilled. Also important to note that after step 3, the first player changes to the person sitting to their left. There's not a tracker for first player, but players can either remember the current first player or pass the round marker to the first player. The round will end once all 7 expedition cards have been revealed and all players have crossed off their corresponding boxes. After this, you will mark off the corresponding box on the round card and also add back the 8th expedition card, reshuffle these cards, and take another one out at random to get back down to 7. The game ends after 4 rounds. Any treasure cards not completed do not earn any points and are put to the side. Each player now adds up the points they have earned on their scorecards as follows. Each crossed off coin box earns 1 point. Each trophy earns as many points as the number on it. The number of the 4 palm tree boxes are added together. Each completely filled treasure card earns as many points as indicated on the top left. Seals on completed treasure cards earn 1 or 2 extra points for each separate completed treasure card in this color. If a player has several seals, all of these seals are scored accordingly. The player with the highest number of total points is the winner. In the event of a tie, the player who has completed more gray treasure cards wins. If this also results in a tie, green decides, then orange, then purple. Otherwise, I assume the victory is shared. I hope that gives you a little bit better understanding of how Silver and Gold works. If you have any other questions about the game, leave them in a comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, and keep on nibbling.